Should Christians follow the Old Testament law? I think this is a really interesting question because there are clearly some parts of the Old Testament law that Christians still give the impression are a good idea, like most of the Ten Commandments. But there are other parts of the Old Testament law that Christians don't seem to have a problem with breaking. For instance, the prohibition against eating bacon sandwiches. So what's going on? Well, in Matthew chapter 5, Jesus says, I haven't come to abolish the law, but to fulfill it. In other words, all of the law finds its completion in him. Elsewhere, Jesus says it's now therefore okay to do certain things that were not okay under the Old Testament law, including eating bacon sandwiches, which I'm very thankful about. In 1 Corinthians chapter 9, Paul, an early Christian leader, goes on to say, therefore we are not under the Old Testament law, but we are under Christ's law. We don't follow the law of the Old Testament, but we do follow Jesus. And sometimes that will mean doing things that look a lot like the Old Testament, but at other points it will mean doing things differently.